Whatsoever things ye ask for when ye pray, believe that ye have received them, and ye shall have them. Once you convince your deeper mind that you have the thing you want, it will proceed immediately to bring it to pass. In order to truly prosper, it is necessary that you become a channel through which the life principle flows freely, harmoniously, joyously, and lovingly. I suggest that you establish a definite method of working and thinking, that you practice it regularly and systematically every day. Constantly affirm, feel, and believe that God multiplies your good exceedingly, and you will be enriched every moment of the day, spiritually, mentally, intellectually, financially, and socially. Watch the wonders that will happen as you impress these truths in your subconscious mind. As you listen to this tape, let these truths sink into your subconscious, and they will, and they are. And you're engraving them. The more often you do this, well, the quicker you will impregnate your deeper mind. You'll experience a glorious future, in a financial way, in every way too. You see, prayers and affirmations are not for the purpose of changing God or the living spirit or the life principle or influencing the divine. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You don't change God, but you align yourself mentally with that which was always true. Our prayers and affirmations are for the purpose of bringing our own mind to the point where we can accept the gifts which were given to us from the foundation of time. The same procedure in praying for wealth or anything else. Once your subconscious accepts the statement as a fact, it proceeds to do everything possible to bring riches to you. Now that's the whole purpose of affirmations, so that you convince yourself of the truth of that which you affirm. Then your deeper mind will bring these things to pass. Never talk about economic lack and limitation. Never talk about being poor or in want. It is very foolish to talk to your neighbors or relatives about hard times, financial problems, and like matters. Count your blessings. Begin to think prosperous thoughts. Talk about the divine riches present everywhere. Realize that the feeling of wealth produces wealth. When you talk about not having enough to go around and how little you have, these thoughts are creative, and you are only impoverishing yourself. Use the money you now have freely. Release it with joy, and realize that God's wealth flows to you in avalanches of abundance. Look around you and realize that God created you and the whole world. It's an invisible spirit within you. Everything is made inside and out of it. It started your heartbeat. It's the air you breathe, the water you drink, it's the fruit that you eat. And therefore turn away and turn within and change that and say, I recognize the eternal source of my supply. God is the source of my supply. All my needs, spiritual, mental, material, are met at every moment of time and point of space. And God's wealth is circulating in my life, and there's always a surplus. So by day and by night I'm advancing, moving forward and growing, spiritually, mentally, materially, financially, intellectually, in every way. You must know that your conscious mind is a pen, and you're writing something, engraving something in your subconscious mind. And whatever you impress your subconscious mind with will be expressed on the screen of space. It'll come forth as form, function, experience, and events, good or bad. So make sure you plant that which is lovely and of good report. Pray for divine guidance, therefore, in all your ways. As you make a habit of this attitude of mind, you will find the invisible law of opulence can and will produce visible riches for you. Look up to the source. As you turn to the divine presence within you, the response will come. You will find neighbors, strangers, associates adding to your good and also to your supply of material things. Make it a practice to pray for divine guidance in all your ways and believe that God, or the Supreme Intelligence, is supplying all your needs according to His riches and glory. That is the basis of all successful prayer, whether for the healing of our bodies, for prosperity, success, for achievement, or for material benefits. You can know if you have succeeded in prayer by the way you feel. If you remain worried or anxious, if you're wondering how, when and where, or through what source your answer will come, you are meddling. This indicates you do not really trust the wisdom of your subconscious. Avoid nagging yourself all day long, or even from time to time. When you think of your desire, lightness of touch is important. Remind yourself that infinite intelligence has taken care of it, in divine order, far better than you can by tenseness of your conscious mind. For example, if you say, well, I need $5,000 by the 15th of next month, or the judge must make a decision for me by the 1st of the month, otherwise I lose my home, my mortgage, and so on. That's fear and anxiety and tension. What will that do? Bring blocks and delays, impediments and difficulties into your life. Always go to the source. Remember, in peace and in confidence shall be your strength. When you're anxious and tense and worried, that will not bring about prosperity or peace of mind or health or anything. Go back to the source. Come to a place of absolute rest in your mind and say to yourself, I live in the joyous expectancy of the best, and invariably the best comes to me. I look upon money as divine substance, for everything is made from the one spirit. I know matter and spirit are one. Money is constantly circulating in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. Money flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly. The light of God shines in me. Peace of the everlasting God fills my soul. With quietness and confidence shall be my strength. God gave me richly all things to enjoy. With God all things are possible. That will quiet your mind. That will give you peace. And when the mind at peace always gets the answer. When your conscious mind is quiet and receptive, the wisdom of your subconscious rises to the surface mind, and you receive your solution, because the subconscious always magnifies what you give attention to. To prosper means to succeed, to thrive, to turn out well. In other words, when you are prospering, you're expanding, growing spiritually, mentally, financially, socially, and intellectually. One young man who consulted me had experienced a poverty complex for many years, had received no answers to his prayer. He had prayed for prosperity, but the fear of poverty continuously weighed on his mind. And naturally, he attracted more lack and limitation than prosperity. The subconscious mind accepts the dominant of two ideas. Change your mind from belief in poverty, but begin to believe in God's riches, which are all around you. Infinite riches. After talking with me, he began to realize that his thought image of wealth produces wealth, that every thought is creative, unless it is neutralized by a counter thought of greater intensity. Furthermore, he realized that his thought and belief about poverty was greater than his belief in the infinite riches all around him. Consequently, he changed his thoughts and kept them changed. I wrote out a prosperity prayer for him as follows. I know there is only one source, the life principle, the living spirit, from which all things flow. It created the universe, and all things therein contained. I am a focal point of the divine presence. My mind is open and receptive. I am a free-flowing channel for harmony, beauty, guidance, wealth, and the riches of the infinite. I know that wealth, health, and success are released from within and appear in the without. I am now in harmony with the infinite riches within and without. And I know these thoughts are sinking into my subconscious mind and will be reflected on the screen of space. I wish for everyone all the blessings of life. I am open and receptive to the divine riches, spiritual, mental, and material, and they flow to me in avalanches of abundance. This young man focused his thoughts on God's riches rather than on poverty, and made it a special point never to deny what he affirmed. Now, in a month's time, his whole life was transformed. He affirmed the above truths which I just mentioned, morning and evening, for about 10 minutes, slowly and quietly, engraving them in his mind. knowing what he was doing, believing what he was doing, knowing that he was actually writing down these truths in his subconscious mind, causing the latter to be activated and to release its hidden treasures. For the gold mine is in your subconscious, the diamond mine is there. It's the source of all the riches of heaven. It's impossible to impregnate your subconscious mind with the idea of wealth and be poor. It's impossible to impregnate your subconscious with the idea of success. Good heavens, you are born to win, to succeed. The infinite can fail. Contemplate promotion, success, achievement, illumination, and inspiration, and the Spirit of the Almighty will move on your behalf, compelling you to express fully what you meditate on. Let go now and permit the infinite riches of the Infinite One to open up new doors for you and let wonders happen in your life.